Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm back again with another episode 7 of my book Life After Depression. I hope you all been keeping well. I've been fine, been busy doing some painting as you can see. Actually thought of something. I wondered if how you would feel about me perhaps painting whilst we chat, just so you can watch me paint. Not because I'm such an incredible artist, but it's just so relaxing. I watch artists paint all the time, and I just find it very relaxing. And also, painting is my absolute savior. It's really makes me so calm, and it takes me to a place that, yeah, you would think that it would free up your mind to really ponder on things and become anxious, and that it doesn't. It just takes me away to another place, and it's my absolute lifesaver. So if anybody's keen on starting painting, it's really not that difficult, and there's so many YouTube channels available for beginners. So I would really, if you find that you want to do something to lessen your anxiety, or you just feel like another hobby, try painting. We're going to get stuck into episode 7 now, and sit back. I've got a cup of coffee. Make sure you've got a cup. I'm just looking at what it says on my cup. Friendship is like wine, it gets better with time. Isn't that so true? What, the wine or the friendship? Both. Here we go. Episode 7. If you haven't listened to the others, go back and start at episode 1. If you're feeling nervous about taking this step, perhaps you could ask a friend or a family member to assist you and to be at your side for a time while you get used to the idea of handling your problem differently. Perhaps you could consult with someone who could show you how to practice meditation. Perhaps you could take up yoga. Christian belief, unfortunately, sees these forms of relaxation as connected to Eastern religion, and this is so not true, and it's not necessary to think that at all. I find that I take out of life everything that I want to take from that thing. There are many ways to stay calm and to get in touch with your subconscious mind. Until you get used to this new way of thinking, these activities will make you feel like you're still doing something about it, whilst you're practicing daily to let the depression go more and more. Just off the subject on what I just said in my book about Christian belief, I practice hypnotherapy. I've studied it. I'm a Christian. There is nothing sinister or mystical about hypnotherapy. The stage show that you may see with hypnotists getting people to do strange things is completely different to hypnotherapy, and you're never ever out of control. You're always completely conscious. If anyone tells you with hypnotherapy they go into a trance, well, that's not true. So I just really wanted to be clear on that, because in my book I just sort of touched on it, and I said unfortunately it's seen as Eastern religion, and I just wanted to be a bit clearer on that too. Okay, going on. On those days when the gap between feeling depressed and feeling healed feels so wide, find a quiet place to relax and quiet your mind. A helpful way to do this is to concentrate on one thing: your breathing. It stops other thoughts coming into your mind. As you do this, you feel yourself becoming more and more centered on your breathing and on nothing else. Start at the top of your head, slowly moving down your body, concentrating on relaxing every part of your body. When you've reached your toes, you should feel quite relaxed. As your mind wanders, just bring it back to what you're doing by concentrating on your breathing. Now take yourself to a private place in your mind, somewhere that you would choose to be if you imagined paradise. Whatever feels good to you, perhaps a beach, perhaps a forest walk. Every time you repeat this exercise in the future, you can take yourself back to that same place. It will become your special place. Now that you are there in your special place, visualize your life as absolutely perfect. You are completely safe in that place. Nothing can touch you. No one can hurt you. No illness or condition can affect you here. Tell yourself that this feeling that you have in this safe place can be taken into your daily life. If ever you feel anxious in the future, bring yourself back to this place of safety and peace and calmness for you. Whatever your visualization is, make it feel as real as possible. You should immediately feel a lightness, a feeling of having put down something that you've been carrying around most of your life, putting down a burden. Enjoy this feeling. Stay in that relaxed state for a while, lapping up this new, wonderful lightness. Now tell yourself that the burden that you've put down has gone forever. This is a big statement to make, but you've allowed yourself to become completely relaxed. Your subconscious mind is alert and ready to listen to new suggestions for your life. Tell yourself that the burden that you've had, you've just put down and it's gone forever. Repeat this exercise daily for as long as you feel you need to. Remember, your subconscious mind takes what you tell it repeatedly and makes it real. That is why children who are brought up being told they are clever and good-looking are so much more likely to succeed than the child who is not. It's all about repetition, repetition, repetition. Every day, take yourself back to your special place and enjoy the feelings of lightness and happiness that you experience there. These feelings will eventually become part of your daily life. Digressing, please try this. I can't encourage you enough to try this. It's been such a help to me and to many others that I know and other people that I've helped through hypnotherapy. Back to the book. But, and this is a huge but, do not stop taking your medication. Just because you found a new way of coping with your depression does not mean your physical problem that exists has disappeared. You have been prescribed your medication for a reason. Remember what we discussed earlier. You have a disorder that requires that you take medication for the rest of your life. The only difference is you are now coping with the disorder more efficiently on a day-to-day basis. I take up my writing again in my book 2 months later. It has been 2 months since my last episode of depression. That in itself is a miracle. I've never gone through a period of more than 4 to 6 weeks without a bout of severe depression. The best part of this whole new exercise has been the ease with which I've been able to carry it out. It seems the minute I gave in to a power which is much greater than myself and admitted I would accept the help, all was well. Every day has become a joy. Of course there are stresses attached to daily living, but none so great that they are going to overwhelm me to such an extent ever again. I'm able to appreciate and enjoy every day and the joy it brings me. I've discovered that dwelling on the past and worrying about the future are such a waste of energy. No wonder I used to be so tired all the time. Now the only fatigue I experience is as a result of having too much fun. I have an incredible zest for life now. I'm going to write this journal over a long period of time to prove to myself and to others who have suffered like I have that this is not a 7-day wonder but a real cure. Keep in mind, nothing radical has changed in my life to make me feel better. My situation and my living conditions are exactly the same as they were. I'm still looking for the perfect man, in brackets, yes, I know he doesn't exist. I still wish I weighed half of my current weight. I've still got more month than money. And the problems go on and on. Now, when I said I was no longer responsible for my life, I was not letting myself completely off the hook. But, like anyone who's convalescing from a major illness or an accident, I gave myself permission to take the last 2 months off. Psychological and emotional holiday, if you like. I'm aware that as babies we are looked after and steered in the right direction by our parents. And as adults, we have to start making some choices of our own. The choice I've made for myself is to practice daily happiness. And nobody on this earth can give it to me but me. Make the choice now to enjoy daily happiness. Make the choice to enjoy peace. Take the step and do it now. I'm also aware that there are still times of hardship and sadness ahead of me, and there are great joys to be experienced, but my inner happiness and peace can never be taken away from me again. I know it'll never leave me. I will always love me because I know how special I am. And life has lots and lots to offer me, and I'm going to trust life. Why should life fail me? I don't know if in my humble, non-Freudian way I can be of help to any people suffering from depression, but I do know that I have a passion to help, and where I lack formal education on the subject, I certainly make up for it in life experience. I've so much more sympathy for someone suffering from a mental illness than one in physical pain. Maybe because I can relate to the emotional pain so much more. If you are reading this or listening to this, and you're in a state of depression at present, please know there is someone who cares. I know it doesn't feel like it, but if I could just take just half of your suffering right this minute, I would. There is somebody who cares. If I were asked to give advice to those suffering from depression, from my own experience, I would say, stop trying so hard and start trusting. Not for one moment am I discounting the benefits of counseling and medication. I don't know where I would have been without these aids. My therapist helped me through many dark years, and my medication brought back levels to where they should have been. What I'm saying is, don't write off the power of your Creator and your God-given subconscious mind. It has the ability to heal you. It's been given the ability to heal you. We have been provided with a subconscious mind that is continually aware of our physical and our emotional needs. It's your subconscious mind that keeps you breathing when you sleep. Don't you think it might just have some idea how to heal you if you just let it? Another 2 months have passed. I can't tell you how great I feel. No depression every day has become so enjoyable. I've learned so much lately. I used to see my life as such a long road, which it is. The difference now being I'm only concentrating on the steps I'm walking today. The wrong turns I took earlier on the road are over. I can't do anything to change them. The directions and the choices on the road tomorrow are not worth worrying about now. They're out of my control anyway. I'm only concentrating on the steps I'm taking today. I might fall into a hole. I might need help. And I might find great joy. Who knows? I'm just going to enjoy the trip. Apart from discovering this really works for me, it is just so much easier. And I've always enjoyed the easier route. What it does require, though, is trust, and lots of it. Once again, we come back to our key. Stop trying and start trusting. The other factor I've learnt about on this road is the holes and the bumps are necessary, and they are there for a reason, even though they seem so hurtful at the time. I can do without these life lessons, you're thinking. I know what you mean, but how would we know joy if we had never experienced sorrow? I would not be sharing my life experience of depression with you if I hadn't suffered as I did. With the work I do today with people who still suffer, I know that it was all worth it. Without trying to sound too much like Mother Teresa, if I can help just one depressed person feel better by reading my story, then my job is done. This has been an eventful time, somewhat hurtful, very fulfilling, but mostly I've learned that tomorrow the sun will come up, no matter what I think about it, and tomorrow will take care of itself with or without my help. Well, that's the end of episode 7. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get some comfort and hope from listening to another episode of my book. Until next time, take care. Lots of love. Bye for now.